What's going on, guys? How we doing? Welcome back to another episode. Today I'm going to jump right into it. I want to talk about, and it's going to be a little bit shorter today because I want to get straight to the point, and I probably won't have to do much explaining after that, but I want to address some of you out there, and you'll know when I'm talking to you. Today I want to talk about this idea or this concept of achieving and going after the best version of yourself. Right? We've all heard it. We all understand it. We all kind of relate to it, right? Okay, everybody's trying to keep pushing the best version of yourself. If you're not, I challenge you to do so. If you're not, what are you really doing, right? Why are you not trying to see what you can do, what you can become, all of that kind of stuff, right? If you're not, it's a challenge to you. And then also too, well, first off, if you're not, and you're not sure why you even should, DM me. I want to talk to you and give you not only motivation, but I want to change the perspective and the mindset you may have about yourself, what you can do, what you can accomplish, and all of that. So the thing I want to talk about today and kind of point out are the people that are in that process of achieving, trying to be the best version of themselves, but they're winning, they're doing great. Everybody's like, hey, good job, you're doing, round of applause. But you know deep down inside, it's not your best. Right? You're like, how are they getting applauded? How are they getting, why are they winning if they're not giving their best? Some of you are talented. Some of you are really talented, naturally gifted in certain areas. But it may not be your best. Just because you're winning and just because you're outperforming someone else does not mean that's your best. Right? Just because you're at the high level does not mean your real level of you pushing yourself to the best version is up here. Right? So I want to challenge you. Keep finding that 1%. Keep pushing yourself. Don't leave things to the last minute. Don't just go out there because you can. Right? I saw this a lot when I was in the NFL. There's guys that were just talented, gifted athletes. Now, there's a lot of work that's put into that and to help them become who they are. But at the same time, some of those guys could roll out of bed and run a 4.4, or some of those other guys, it's not that way. Right? Some of those guys come out, they roll out of bed throwing up some weight on the bench press or whatever, or on the field. They just have this knack for just this instinct. And that's developed over time. But at the same token, some of those guys can just show up and not be the best for themselves, but can still look elite amongst others. Right? So that's why also too, there's multiple pictures, and there's actually one here at an office. Zach Sasser he has a picture of Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan kind of going against each other. Right? There's a reason why you surround yourself with elite individuals. Why you surround yourself with elite people that can not only make you compete, but that can push you to be the best version of yourself. If your circle isn't pushing you, if you're the top dog, you need to find another room. You need to get around other people to keep pushing you, to keep becoming the best version of who you are. Because if you're not, I'm afraid to say you're probably not becoming the best version of who you are. Why? Because you don't even know what the next level looks like. Right? You may know what the level looks like right now for you, but if you're not surrounding yourself and constantly looking to elevate yourself, then you need to start getting around some other people. Because if you are the only top dog in the room and you're not seeking out to be a better version and finding other people, even if you're the top dog, let's say you're the wealthiest person, you figure it all out in the world, they still have a circle of people they connect with, they give them ideas, inspiration, all these different things. That's what the top of the top do anyway. Right? It's the reason Michael Jordan wanted everybody on the dream team. Because those practices were literally a recipe for him. So when he went back into the NBA Finals, he could go in. He knew the tricks. He knew the things. It was a recipe for him to be able to be even more successful. Not only to win the gold medal, but to be able to train in that way and to be around that. There's a difference when you're around people that are your dream team, because it allows you to push yourself to a whole new level. So the people out there that are gifted, they're talented, they're still winning, they're doing their thing. My challenge to you is it your best? Or are you just so gifted and you're kind of just showing up because you can? Are you showing up at the last minute and just being there, or are you really elevating yourself to be the best version of who you are? Hopefully you sit there and think about it. Right? Hopefully you understand, like, man, what do I need to do? What questions do I need to, who do I need to surround myself with? What do I need to invest in to keep myself growing? You see, a lot of us, once we reach a certain level of success, we stop investing in ourselves. Right? We got to a point where we were investing in who we are and what we did and how we thought, and surrounding ourselves with great people and all these different things. But then we got to a certain level and we're like, oh, we're good, we're successful, we're winning, this is great. And then we stopped what we were doing to get us where we are. Right? It's funny how we all do that. We kind of make it a necessity for us until we become comfortable, and then it's no longer a necessity. Right? And why are we not continuing to do what got us to where we are? If we like where we are, why are we not continuing to do the same things that got us there? Because we all understand and we all should know that success is like rent. It's due every day. Just because you're successful now or this year or whatever does not mean you can be next year or next month or whatever. So you have to continue to keep growing, one, because this world is moving so fast, and if you don't keep up, one thing may lead, and if you're not being smart about it, it may transition right below you. And you may not even know what just happened. Now, that could definitely happen, but I think the bigger challenge is you knowing that you coasted. Because you have to deal with that every single moment of every single day. Sometimes the pain of regret can be worse than the other alternative. Right? So what are you doing to continue to keep leveling up yourself? Is there something you got to invest in? Is there something you got to start putting yourself and time into? Something you said you would always do, or something you said you would do when you got to this position you're in right now that you haven't even started yet? What about getting yourself in a room that makes you uncomfortable because they're further along than you are, and you're willing to deal with the uncomfort so you can learn and grow and to start to develop those skills? Like what are some of those things that you can do to get yourself uncomfortable? Right? If I'm here and I really want to be here, what's the in-between uncomfortable spot that I'm avoiding? You see, a lot of times success, the measure of success that we want is on the things on the backside of the things that we're avoiding. Why? Because we don't want to deal with it. We don't want to have to go through it. We don't want to have to just walk through that uncomfortableness, especially if we're already winning. It's hard to chase the 1% of ourselves. It's hard to chase that percent because once you get to a space where you're winning, that other percent, it's still a big percent. But it may be still uncomfortable even though you live in a space of comfort. You see, what's hardest about that is because when you are at ground zero and you have nowhere to go but up, everything's already uncomfortable. So you don't mind getting uncomfortable to continue your process to get to where you want to be. But then when you get comfortable, to go into discomfort again seems like the dumbest task ever, right? But the reality is that's what's needed. That's what got you where you are. You're questioning, why am I not leveling up to the level I did in a short period of time? Why is it harder? Because the level of discomfort, you're seeking the comfort that you've built instead of going after the discomfort that you started with. Right? The goal, the mindset of things is to not only surround yourself with people that live this way, because it's not only the environment can help shape that for you, but you have to understand that I've got to keep that hunger. I've got to keep that drive. Because if I lose my drive, I lose a lot of these other things I'm talking about. Find something that resonates inside of you, that's what you want to accomplish, that's bigger than just you. Because hunger that lasts has to be bigger than you. I know I'm kind of going all over here, but I want to address those people because that was me. That is me if I'm not careful every single day to keep going and keep pushing. This isn't something I'm telling somebody to do. It's something that I have to do myself. And things I'm constantly learning and constantly growing. That's why I'm sharing with you. I don't have everything figured out, but there's a lot of things and a lot of people that have been around that have. And applying these things has helped shape and mold me in a lot of different ways to help me do what I am doing. And I have a long way to go. I'm not perfect by any means, but a lot of things that I have is because of these things. And so it's worked for me, and I want to share that with you. All right, guys, like I said, I just want to jump right into the point, wanted to get right into it, and I hope that helps, hope that encourages you, hope that challenges some of you, because you're talented, you're gifted, and there's some more things out there for you if you would just truly level up your game that you know you can do. All right, guys, till next time, peace.